Hello and welcome back to the channel Anindita Ji, where we learn, speak, and succeed. Hope all of you are doing well today. So let's begin. In the last video, I have introduced to you to the four skills of English language, that is LSRW, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Now, please understand these four skills can be further classified into two categories. Some of the two of the skills will be taken as receptive skill and the other two will be taken as productive skills. This video is for all of those particularly who think that I can read and understand, or I can listen to somebody speaking in English and understand, but when it comes to speaking or writing, I struggle there. So this video is for them. Please understand the basic before you actually start working on the skills. You need to understand where do you lack in, which particular skill needs to be worked upon. Just a second. So receptive skills, we say listening and reading are the two receptive skills because these are the input skills. These are called receptive because you absorb and process information without immediately producing language. The first, listening is the first language skill, as I have told in the earlier video. So listening will help us to recognize pronunciation. So these are some language functions, the tone and the sentence structure. So it is the first step to fluency. Before we speak, we listen. So if you can recall how we in a childhood, or if you see the babies around, how they first listen to people, they hear words repeatedly, and then they start recognizing them before they attempt to say or utter the words. The second one is reading. So reading will help us again to improve vocabulary, sentence patterns, and grammar in context. So it strengthens our writing skills by exposing us to different styles. So as we read different format of writing, we also get to learn how certain emotions or what are the tonality of the write-ups should be. So as we read, we get all those exposures, or we get to know how our writing should be eventually. Then, so here I will say start reading, read actively, so that it will highlight new words and you can try to use them later. If you read daily, you will notice how native speakers construct sentences naturally. Then coming to the productive skills, speaking and writing. So productive skills require action. So you think before you speak or you write, or even if you have been given a task, you will first register the task in your mind, that what am I being asked to do? Then you will think, you will gather some information in your mind, you'll create a mind map or some ideas formulation will happen, and then these skills, that is the speaking and writing, will basically help you in forming sentences and articulating all the ideas that you have gathered, and eventually you can communicate effectively. So speaking is basically turning your thoughts into words. Speaking is about producing words and structuring thoughts in real time. It requires confidence and practice, unlike listening, which is passive. So the speaking, so make a note of it that it needs your active participation here. You might understand a conversation in English, but then you might find it difficult to respond quickly. That's because listening is receptive, but speaking needs active practice. So you can start practicing that think in English method and speak daily. As I have mentioned in some of the earlier videos, that this is one of the mistakes that we do, that we think in our native language, then we translate. So that takes a time. So start thinking in English only. And the fourth skill is writing, that helps us to structure our ideas clearly. Writing allows us to organize thoughts, use grammar accurately, and communicate effectively. So unlike speaking, writing gives time to structure sentences properly. So many people can understand English well, but struggle to write emails or reports fluently. So here I will again give a tip. This I have also mentioned in the earlier video. Start writing journal, write daily, and edit your work for clarity. Every day at least write 5 things, or maybe you can write a diary or a journal that what are the things to be done in the next day. So write them in full sentences, maybe 5 to do things that you have to write down in your journal. Write them in full sentences. So get into that practice of writing. Fine. So think of language learning like a cycle. What you listen to and read, so the receptive skills will help you to speak and write, so the productive skills. So the receptive skills will eventually help you in the productive skills, in the betterment of the productive skills. So the more your input you get, the better your output will be. Okay, so now you need to tell me which skill do you want to improve the most. You need to please put that in the comment section, and of course do like, share and subscribe for more English learning tips. Keep practicing and see you in the next video. Till then, stay well and stay tuned.